I find it very interesting working for the association. I'm having a lot of fun with it, actually. Just connecting with beekeepers and driving the issues forward has allowed me to take a look at issues behind the scenes and all the work that's involved on moving the industry forward and keeping things moving forward. I find it very frustrating or challenging to trying to bring beekeepers together, bring all the beekeepers together to move a common message forward. And I don't understand it. Well, I guess, beekeepers are very independent by nature. We all have different circumstances. There's smaller beekeepers, the medium-sized and larger beekeepers, and we all have different needs, wants, and priorities, and it's hard to match them all up together. And I understand that. I completely understand that. That's just the very nature of humans in general. I find it, extremely important that people recognize how important it is for us to be able to come together and move the common voice forward. If our voice is fractured, we get absolutely nowhere. And I like to think of it this way. Like when I'm driving, my wife and I are driving to a restaurant, and I have 5 kids in the back, and those 5 kids want to go and eat at 5 different restaurants. Sandy and I are like, we're not going to get anywhere, we're not going to do anything. Why don't we just turn this boat around and go home and eat at home? But if those kids, if they can, and I see this, they will negotiate with each other. There's 2 of them want to go one way, 3 of them want to go the other, and they'll negotiate and they'll figure out where they should go. And once they come on that once they figure out where they want to eat, they tell us that's where we're going. And that's exactly the same thing with politics, actually exactly the same thing with this association business. We have all these beekeepers together. We have the hobby types, we have the sideliners, and we have the commercial type beekeepers. All different interests, all different needs and wants, but we all have the same, like we all have to eat, okay? So more so in the association, we don't represent the hobby type beekeeper, but I see a very important role for them in the whole scheme of things, as what they do directly influences on to what sideline and commercial beekeepers do, and vice versa. Those sideline and commercial type beekeepers influence the area, which directly influence those hobby types. So I find it important to involve the hobby type beekeepers into the discussion. The sideliners, the commercials, always bickering with each other. If you look at the association work that we're pushing forward, we're doing a lot of important work with the government. We're trying to move the boat forward on some specific research projects. All these things are baseline issues that affect absolutely every beekeeper in this province. And it's very important everybody's at this table. If we're all at the table, we all have a voice, we all can come up with a collaborative movement forward. And we're not going to agree with everything. We have to understand that, and we have to be able to take those old rusty hatchets and bury them, because it's time to step forward, acknowledge the past grievances, and just set it aside and just drive the narrative and get some stuff done here. Because the more we bicker internally, the less we can achieve moving forward, especially when pressing the point to government. If we can show a common voice and a common vision on specific issues that are important to all of us, then those guys are going to listen to us. Just like Sandy and I in the truck going to the restaurant, as soon as those kids come forward with that common voice, then we get something done. Then we know where we're going, and then that's where we're going to go. I find it very interesting. This is as soon as I stop having fun, I'm going to stop doing this, but this is what it's all about, and it looks like this is what I'm all about. And I just want to be able to drive this narrative and get some business done.